with a warm-up, then into a plank, then into some core goodness. All you'll need is a mat. Let's start with some cat and cow. So from all fours, push the back, or push the mat away, round the back, and then come back to neutral, arch the back, look up. One more cat. One more cow. All you will need is a mat and some water. Let's lower our hips, shoulders down and back, high cobra, looking up. Get ready for your first plank. 2 minutes, 16 seconds. Step the left foot back, right foot back. Feet are hip distance apart or together. Squeeze through your abs. Engage your core. Tuck your pelvis under. Squeeze your butt. Retract your shoulder blades slightly. Look down at the mat. Now we have a good solid plank. Keep those abs engaged the entire time. Every time we do the Pilates abs and core session, we start with the plank, we end with the plank, and in between all of that, we work the core through Pilates movements. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're having a great day on this abs and core day. Every time we do a plank on this channel, we add on 1 second. So we are up to 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Option 2, lower your forearms or lower down to your forearms. Squeeze your butt, shoulders and hips in line with each other, creating a straight line. Squeezing the abs. Less than a minute. You got it. You can alternate between a forearm plank and a straight arm plank, or maybe a side plank. Whatever you want to do, just hold some type of plank. Please and thank you. If you need to drop to your knees, of course, do that. But as soon as you're ready, get back up, engage those abs, tuck the pelvis under, straight line from your butt to your shoulders. 10 more seconds, then we'll take a quick 10-second child's pose. You have a 10-second rest in between each exercise. Nice work. Widen your knees, press back, child's pose. All right. So we'll do some leg lifts. Doesn't matter which side. Lie down on one side. Prop yourself up on your forearm. Core engaged. Leg lifts up to the sky. Focusing on lifting your leg as least as high as your hip. Option to have your hand behind your ear. But really focus on doing it out of the corner of your butt and also those obliques. Let's switch sides. Spine along the back edge of the mat. Leg reaching nice and long. Nice work. 10-second rest before the next exercise. We are down on the mat the entire time. All right, so we'll do bicycle with toe taps. So we'll do 4 bicycles and then 4 toe taps. So bring your legs to tabletop, curl your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 bicycles. Then 1, reach for your toes. 2, 3, 4 toe taps. Back to the hands behind the head. 4 bicycles. Core glued to the mat. Lower back glued to the mat. Head, neck, and shoulders curled up. You're looking at your inner thighs. Your elbows are nice and wide on the bicycles. Never let that core come off the mat. Lower back is always on the mat. The legs are reaching nice and long for both of the exercises. Take that 10-second rest. It's a beautiful sunny day today, so I had to be outside. All right, butterfly crunches. So from a lying position, bring the soles of your feet together, knees open nice and wide. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Hands behind your head, small little crunches. Grapefruit under your chin. You're looking down at your belly button, not up at the sky. Your elbows are nice and wide. Small little up and down movement, butterfly crunches. So your legs are in the butterfly. Your abs are doing the work for the crunches. Your elbows are nice and wide. Exhale on the way up. Great work on these. If you need to rest, just lower your head, take a second, and then get right back into the crunches. All right, nice work. 10-second rest. All right, we'll come to seated, cross-legged, side wood chops. So we'll chop to one side first and then the other. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders down and back. Hands to prayer position, chopping to one side, looking over the back shoulder, keeping the opposite hip on the mat as you chop, looking over that back shoulder. So big twist, maybe hold the twist for a second or two. All right, let's switch sides. Chopping to the other side now. Don't forget to keep that opposite hip on the mat as you twist and chop. Exhale as you twist, looking over that back shoulder. Great job. Nothing but core moves today. We exercise every day, so check out the channel, usually around 1 p.m. Eastern time, but you can watch at any time. All right, Ukrainian twists, superior to the Russian twist. Heels gently touch the mat, knees hip distance apart. You lean back until you feel like you're about to fall over. Tuck your pelvis under, C-shape with the spine. And then we do those twists side to side. Try to get the elbows as low to the mat as possible. You have the option of taking your feet off the mat, but really try and minimize the wobbling on at the legs. So you want slow and controlled, as little wobbling as possible, or feet on the mat. Still same idea, twisting, leaning, maybe readjusting, leaning a little bit further back. If you fall over, it's completely fine. That way you found your cliff, and you can work on getting lower and lower each time you do those twists. All right, jackknife. Similar to V-snaps. Jackknife, we extend our arms and legs nice and straight and long, and then we come up, jackknife, reach the legs as straight as you can, arms as straight as you can. So as we come up and come down, we feel each vertebrae touching and leaving the mat. This one is hard for me. So let me refocus on straightening my back, reaching my arms, reaching my legs, holding that. It doesn't matter how high you get your arms and your legs. What matters is you feel that reach. You're really reaching forward with your legs. You're really reaching high with your arms. And then you feel each vertebrae come down to the mat. Nice work. That one is very difficult for me, but that's why I practice it. And believe it or not, I've gotten better. I used to be a lot worse at that. So pelvic lift, feet on the mat, knees bent, knees hip distance apart, lower back in the mat, arms down by your side. Inhale, and then exhale. Peel your pelvis up, lift it up as high as you can. Take an inhale at the top, and then exhale, lower down vertebrae by vertebrae, feeling each vertebrae touch the mat. And then when the lower back touches the mat, inhale and exhale again, peeling up. Reaching the hips up to the sky, squeezing the glutes, pushing. So at the top, you want to really focus on pushing your abs forward and down towards your knees, towards the front of the room. Rolling and lifting, holding, and exhaling on the way down. Nice work. So with the core routine, any core routine, you probably want to go slow and controlled for each exercise. All right, V-snaps. Similar to the jackknife, but we are not holding at the top. We're just snapping up and coming down. It's a faster movement. You still want to keep your arms reaching nice and long, your legs as straight as possible the entire time, but you snap up into a V and then you lower down. It's a very similar exercise, but with the jackknife, I like to hold it at that V center. So this is a V snap here, and then a jackknife is more of like this. You hold it for a second and then slowly lower it down. So V snaps focus more on that explosive, fast core movement, and the jackknife more slow and controlled. Nice work. When I do these small little rest breaks, I like to focus on pushing my pelvic floor into the mat. All right, so we're going to practice teaser. Let's start sitting up. Bring your legs in the tabletop. Raise your arms out nice and long. Maybe extend your legs out and away. So we're in that teaser position, whatever it is to you. And then we're going to slowly lower it down. Bring your arms around, legs in the tabletop. Grab somewhere around your ankles. And then we're going to start from this position, but then come up into that teaser as smooth as you can. Hold the teaser. 2, 1. Slowly lower it down. Bring your knees into your chest. Grab somewhere along your ankles. Come up, teaser. Slowly lower it down. I'm going to get in one more. And then I'm slowly lowering it down. Nice work. Another difficult one. So those V shapes for me are hard. All right, hollow body hold, legs to tabletop, arms reach out next to your ears. Push your lower back and pelvic floor into the mat. Extend the legs out to 45 degrees. Curl up a little bit higher, and we just hold that for the duration of the exercise. So I'm looking down at my belly button, squeezing my legs together, reaching my arms far behind. If you need to take a rest break, swing your arms around, grab somewhere along your ankles, and then when you're ready, extend arms and legs back out for that hollow body hold. Focusing on pressing that lower back from hips to about tips of shoulder blades into the mat. Curling up higher, reaching longer. Nice work. All right, we're doing a tempo sit-up with an arm raise. Tempo means kind of fast. Move your feet further away from you. Heels can be on the mat. Arms up to the sky. We sit up. Keep the arms raised nice and tall. Then lower it down. Sit it up. Keeping the feet on the mat the entire time. Reach up. Slowly lower it down. Free exercise classes every day. Come back tomorrow where we do a different thing. If you watch every day, tomorrow will be Tabata. We do Tabata on Thursdays. Nice work. My core is definitely warm. My abs are feeling it. How you feeling out there? All right, cherry pickers. Roll on down to the mat. Start with your legs in tabletop. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Then extend your legs out to 90 degrees. Glue your legs together. And small little reaches up for the cherries. Cherries are connected to your toes. You're trying to reach for them while keeping your lower back on the mat. The small little crunches, crunching up towards your toes, squeezing everything together, nice and long, nice and tall. If you need a break, head down, knees into your chest. When you're ready, extend long, pick for those cherries, those tasty toe cherries. Yum. Nice work. All right, transition. Take that 10-second rest break. All right, we're going to do bird dog with one knee bent. Let me get my mic. There we go. We'll start from all fours. One knee will stay bent. Other knee extends out long, so my right leg is long, my pelvis is in line with the mat. I extend the left leg, and then we drive that knee in. We'll focus on this side for a few reps, and then we'll switch halfway through. 2 more on this side. Drive that knee in, elbow to knee, come back down, extend the other leg out long, hip in line, extend, and drive in. Let me just move my mic here. So my focus is pushing my abs towards the sky, extending my leg nice and far back, and then touching that knee to the elbow. All right, crisscross down on your mat. Legs to tabletop, hands behind the head, elbows nice and wide. Extend one leg out, opposite elbow, opposite knee. So we'll do 1, 2, and on the third one, we'll hold for a second. 1, 2, hold. Reaching that armpit to the knee. 1, 2, hold. Go at your own pace. Just try and hold on that third one for a few seconds. Reaching the leg strong and long. Not dropping the height of your upper shoulders ever. Reaching that armpit to opposite knee. Minimal movement on the mat. Nice work. All right, dead bug. Lying down. Reach your arms up to the sky. Legs in the tabletop. Extend the right leg forward as the left arm goes back. Lower back in the mat, then come back up. Opposite hand, opposite leg. Reaching and stretching in opposition while keeping everything on the mat. So you really want to reach long, energized, engage those muscles while you keep your lower back on the mat for that pelvic floor activation. A few more seconds here. So far you're doing great. Hopefully you're feeling this in all the right places. You should not feel any of these exercises in your lower back or your neck. If you do, really focus on keeping that lower back glued to the mat, maybe by tucking your pelvis under, getting that connection. All right, corkscrew, arms down by your side, lower back in the mat, legs up to 90 degrees, glued together. Bring your legs over to the right, down, around, over to the left, back up to the right, stop at the top. Then you reverse that over to the left, down, around to the right, back to center, stop at the top, slow and controlled. Your opposite hip might come off the mat a little bit. The goal is to try and keep your legs the same length. That will mean that your hips are staying pretty in line, pretty stable. You do this slowly, big range of motion, while keeping the majority of your lower back on the mat, the majority of your hips on the mat. You're pressing down into your hands. What happened to my music? Oh well. All right, scissor crossovers. Arms down by your side, legs up to 90 degrees, and then we slice our legs left and right as we lower our legs to about 45 degrees, and then we bring them back up, keeping that scissor motion going the entire time. Crossover motion going the entire time. So it's in and out and up, and then lower, lift and lower, left and right. My Spotify just stopped. Oh well. I could be in the moment, focusing on my core, working hard. All right, 10-second rest. Take that rest. All right, X-ups to tucks. So we'll do 2 X-ups, 2 tucks. No, we'll do 2 X-ups, 1 tuck. So right hand, left foot reaches nice and long, back down. Left hand, right foot reaches nice and long. Then we tuck everything in, hold it for a second, back out to that X. So 2 X-ups, tuck it in, hold it for a second, back out to the X. My music just came back magically. Nice work. Transition, rest break, All right, seal time. How do we do that? We come up to seated, lift your feet off the mat, hands inside and then outside, grabbing your ankles. So my arms are inside my legs, my hands are grabbing outside. We tap the heels 3 times. We roll back and then tap the heels 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Back, hold it. And then hold your balance up here. 1, 2, 3. Never roll back to your neck, just to the tips of your shoulder blades. Holding your balance. Inhale on the way back, exhale on the way forward. Nice work on that. Grab some water if you need to. All right, lean back kicks. Come to seated. I hope you had fun doing the seal. It's always a little fun. Lean back, kick out, hold it, back in, knees back in. Feet never touch the mat. Lean back until you feel you're about to fall over. Stretch and reach those legs. Glue them together, push them together, squeeze them together. You reach back, almost fall over. Last 10 seconds here. Nice work. Our last exercise of the day, I warned you beforehand, it's that plank. 2 minutes, 17 seconds. Come off the floor. Straight arm plank, forearm plank, whatever plank you're doing. Try and get those abs engaged. Tuck the tailbone under, squeeze the butt. Slightly retract the shoulder blades. Legs can be hip distance apart or glued together. And remember, you can transition between that forearm plank. Forearms can be parallel, or you can have your fists holding one another, whatever's more comfortable for you. Keep those abs tight. Every exhale, tighten them even more. Maybe transition between a forearm and a straight arm plank every so often. Less than a minute to go on this wonderful plank to end off the routine. So no matter what plank you're in, you want to keep your hips in line with your shoulders and your abs squeezing tight. Only 20 more seconds to go. You got this. Last 10, then we do a cool down, and then we are done with this core routine. Nice work, cool down time. Widen your knees, sit your heels, sit your weight back towards your heels. Reach your arms out nice and long. Come to all fours. We'll do a couple of cat and cows like we started with. Round the back, push the mat away for the cat, and then arch the back, look up for the cow. Round the back, mat away, arch the back, look up. Walk the hands forward, pelvis to the mat. And that is it. That was 30 minutes of abs, core, Pilates. I hope you found this routine challenging. We all got a little bit more fit together. Thank you so much for joining me. We are live every weekday where we do a different style of exercise. I hope you have a great rest of the day and